No nonsense gin drinking. All gin and a surprising amount of nonsense.
Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman and today, my friends, is one of those videos where I'm going to be showing you one of those gins that you're probably not going to have heard of yet. It's not made it to the big time yet, but I think it possibly might do. I don't know yet because I haven't tried it, but there's every chance if I try it and I like it that it definitely might do because I'm such a big shot in the gin world. And who knows, with my backing, the backing of a balding man wearing a ripped red shirt on a moderately successful YouTube channel, it might hit the big time. Let me tell you what it is, my friends. This is Kwiki Gin, and it comes out of Essex, which is, if you don't know, is a county here in the UK. And it was sent to me, and I just, like I say, occasionally I like to give you a little preview and give these sort of little guys a shot. So I don't know much about it, so we'd better find out some about it, so I could tell you something about it in order to make a video with a vague bit of substance. Now, it's at this point in the show where I usually say, let's have a look on the website, shall we? I don't know why that shall we bit seems to become so popular with many people. It's becoming like a weird catchphrase. However, this one is so new and so fresh to the scene, it doesn't actually have a website yet. So I'm just going to go on what I can read on the back of the bottle. I've got my new reading glasses here, which means I can actually see. It's literally amazing. I would recommend these new things called reading glasses. I'd recommend them to everyone. They're brilliant. But here we go. It just says, classy juniper seduced? Yeah, it does say seduced by oh my God, maybe I can't read. Seduced by quaint kiwi notes at the head of an enticing array of botanicals, of an indulging experience of refreshing pleasure. So it's not really giving away much there. So I'm guessing this is your core sort of bed of standard gin botanicals, which we all know and love, with the addition of kiwi fruit. Now, my regular viewers and subscribers will correct me if I am wrong, but I don't think we've ever had one with kiwi in before. I don't know why. No one's thought to do it. So this is a world first. Well, it might be a world first. I don't know. It's a first for this channel anyway. But to be honest, I think that might as well be considered. Oh my God! You can tell I've had a bit of a break from the channel, can't you? It might be considered a world first because my channel is such an authority on gin. I do, however, have a story about a kiwi fruit. Believe it or not. For those who are interested, feel free to skip past this bit. This is the sort of thing that encourages people to write comments in the section below to say, oh, this channel, it's a ridiculous amount of nonsense for a channel called No Nonsense. Yes, we all know that. This is the nonsense bit. Please skip past that if you don't like nonsense. So I was strimming my front garden one day with a strimmer, which is probably, it's a good idea. If you're going to strim something, a strimmer is my first tool of choice. And anyone who's ever used one will know that the strimmer's worst nightmare is a dog poo, right? You do not want to be hitting a dog poo with this strimmer. But my front lawn's not very big, so, the chances are pretty slim. However, one day I saw what I thought was a round brown rock in the grass. I thought, that's not a problem. It was so big it couldn't flick back up at me. I thought I'd just move it out the way with my strimmer. As soon as I touched it, it exploded and I felt just wet all over my face. I'm like, oh no, oh God, it's happened. I've hit a dog shit. So I was bracing myself for the dreadful smell. However, it didn't come because when I smelled, I was like, that's actually quite nice. Oh my God, that's really nice. I looked down and it was indeed a kiwi fruit. Now, I'm not sure if I was keen on kiwi fruit at the time. I didn't know if I'd like it or not. However, when you're expecting dog shit, believe me, anything is a very welcome surprise. So that's a rather strange segue into this gin. However, let's crack on and see what it's like. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You do not get that kind of content on other YouTube channels. Anyway, let's get the top of this thing, shall we? It's been a while since I've done one of these. I'm going to try and pad so I don't have to cut away, but I think it's going to get the better of me. No, I'm going to have to do a cut. Good God, that was a difficult one to get into. We got there in the end. Anyway, are we rewarded with a cork? I think we are. We know what that means. It's just the good old cork test.
It's the good old cork test.
So then, do we have a squeak? No squeak at all, just a silent gliding of the cork. Let me get a bit of purchase, hang on a second. Here we are then, going for the full pull. Oh my God, I think the cork's going to be just as difficult. That was disappointing. I spoke over the cork pull, so we'll do a take two. Right, this time I've removed the black plastic bit from around the side, so I think this will help. Here we go, full pull. Oh, a very pleasing, rather modest, but slightly confident at the same time cork test, which is not too bad. Could have been better, but of course we all know it doesn't really matter. It's just a bit of fun. So then, let's have a sniff of this. Now, I'm quite looking forward to this because it's a kiwi fruit is a rather sort of, I think would it be described as a tropical? I think it would. It's a tropical fruit. So I do enjoy a nice tropical gin occasionally. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure, but anyway, let's get the nose in and smell it. So. Oh, so it's quite a sort of it smells like quite of a strong gin. It can be a little bit misleading sometimes. What is the ABV on here? Where are you, ABV? It's not that strong actually. It's only 40%, but you wouldn't guess that by smelling it. It's quite a sort of a potent sort of alcohol-y ABV, sort of nose tingling, nasal tingling kind of quality, but. Oh, yes, but you get, it's kind of exactly what I sort of anticipated, really. You get the core base of your botanicals in there, but with a slight sort of tropical edge, and that's kind of all I could say about it, really. So I don't know why I put that in the middle. That's probably even out of camera, isn't it? So I've got to get used to my cutoff point, which is here, whereas in my old studio it was much further forward. So forgive me if I keep putting things out of the shot of the camera. Anyway, I'm gabbling again. Let's crack on, get a bit in the gullet, and see what it tastes like. So here we go. Oh, shit! Did you see that? I've never had that. That was a very aggressive open of the bottle. I'm not sure what caused that because I actually think it's a little bit flat. So anyway, a bit of excitement for you. So let's get, now it's quite a decent amount in there. I'm going to have to, I was a bit, went a bit over the top there. I'll put about that much in, I think. Anyway, thank you to all my patrons and members who have continued supporting the show throughout my little break last year. You are literally paying for the gin on the show. Well, not this one, they sent it to me, but the rest of the gins, you are paying for them. Thank you very much to everybody. Happy New Year. This is Kwiki Gin, and I say cheers. I've said that right. It's Kwiki Gin, isn't it? Yeah, Kwiki Gin. Thank God for that. Sometimes you doubt yourself. Well, I always doubt myself, but rightly so a lot of the times. Anyway, let's get it in the mouth. Here we go. I sounded a little bit like Porky Pig from the Looney Tunes, but which is a strange thing to have on a gin channel, but you know, well, my regular viewers will know they've seen stranger. Anyway, let's talk about a gin. That, my friends, is what I would call a very refreshing kind of gin. You've got that kind of, again, it's kind of what it says in the tin, really. Beautiful, sort of nice, sort of heavy course of juniper in there, backed up with your standard sort of ginness kind of botanicals, but a beautiful, balanced kind of shot, if you like, of kiwi. Now, I was a little bit worried if it would jar with the other botanicals, but I don't think it does. I don't think it does. It's quite a brave choice as well to put this kiwi in there, but let me have another go. Hold on a second. Oh, yes. So what happens is you get a kind of a core sort of, to start off with, you would think it's probably just a normal gin, okay? For the first sort of, as it goes to the mouth there, as the aromas go in, the first dipple on the lips, it kind of tastes like a normal gin. But as it kind of starts to flow in around the sides and the bits and the crevices of your mouth, it starts to release a kind of this sort of fresh, sort of very luscious sort of sense of the kiwi. Now, it's not as well, it's not kind of overpowering. What was one before where they tried to use loads of passion fruits and it was really overpowering? Might have been the Hendrix Amazonia one. I felt it was a little bit too much like a blooming fruit punch. But this has been used very, very intelligent, actually. I always talk about the, I'm suppressing a burp, you can probably tell. There we go, that's better, sorry about that. But I always talk about the balancing of flavours on gins. It's become another kind of a catchphrase, a little bit like the shall we. But I always really admire when people do that. And it's kind of a sign of that they've really sort of thought about this and not tried to make too much of a novelty gin. So I think that those flavours work really, really kind of well together and kind of intelligently blended as well. And as I say, yeah, it doesn't taste too straight. It goes down really easy as well. It doesn't taste too strong because it is that little bit weaker on the ABV. But all the same, a very nicely balanced gin and a very good gin for their first go. Let's try it neat, shall we? I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy this one neat. I'm going to put it in my beautiful branded no-nonsense no-nonsense gin drinking mug, which you could own as well if only you were to follow the link in the section below and go over and buy one. No one really buys them, to be honest. nice. I don't think I've given up checking, to be honest. This thing, I don't even know why I put that on there, to be honest. No one drinks out of it. I wouldn't drink out of it. It's an embarrassment. Ever the salesman here, of course. Anyway, let's get a bit of this neat Kwiki Gin. Ooh. Ooh, you know what? Look, my regular viewers know I'm not a big fan of the old neat gin drinking. However, that kind of works very well. I think it'd be a bit better over ice. I think neat gin is always better on the rocks, really, rather than neat. But that kind of luscious, I want to say a luscious greenness, which kind of makes sense and kind of doesn't. But that kiwi essence really comes through nicely. It dissipates fairly quickly, but when it's there, it's really kind of powerful and quite sort of surprisingly nice. I say that because I don't really like neat gin that much, but I enjoyed that a surprising amount. I enjoyed that a surprising amount. I think that's grammatically correct. So, wow, what a turn up for the books. I actually enjoyed a neat gin. Now, at this point in the show, I usually tell you what the price is. However, I don't know what the price is. There's no website, so I just realised there's no actual price listed. But, I mean, usually I would expect these kind of lesser-known gins to be around sort of up to about 40 English pounds mark. So, I'm sure Kwiki Gin will be very quick to put a comment in the section below to update us on this. So, guys, all in all, I like doing these videos. They don't get much views, these ones for lesser-known gins, but I like to give them a little shot in the spotlight. The rather meagre, fairly dim spotlight that is my channel, but it is a spotlight nonetheless. It's watched all over the world, so you never know. And I really admire this one. It's very, very out there, very original, very new. I like the addition of kiwi, especially linking into my story about the dog shit earlier. I'm not sure they'll be particularly pleased with that, but you know, that's what you get on this channel. But I enjoyed it a lot. And I shall definitely, it's more of a kind of, perhaps a summery gin. It's actually freezing cold here in the UK at the moment, which is why I'm extra glad that I'm not actually in my old studio, which had zero heating. I think it was actually colder than outside. But anyway, I tell you what, if you get a bit of this, a bit of ice, maybe garnish with a bit of kiwi as well. Sit in your front garden if you've got a front garden. No, don't sit in the front garden. We don't do that in the UK. American people sit on their front porch, don't they? I don't know, we don't do that. We're too private and reserved here in the UK. Sit in the back garden. If you haven't got a back garden, I don't know, just go and sit in the street or something. Not a freeway, but just a quiet street. Sit somewhere in the sun, a park. There you go, that would have been a better example. Sit in a park, get some gin, maybe even in this stainless steel no-nonsense gin drinking mug, and have a glass of that, and I guarantee you will feel fantastic. I also guarantee you will not find a more meaningless and pointless ramble to the end of a YouTube video anywhere on the internet. Anyway, guys, that's me done for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found this useful. A little glimpse into one of the newest gins on the market. If you have, don't forget to express your enjoyment by pressing the like button on the video and the, subscribing to my channel as well. And if you want to support the show, join my patrons. Head over to the Patreon page or click the join button below this video to become a YouTube member. But until next time, guys, you all know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Thank you to all my patrons and members, and of course, keep drinking the gin.